Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. I'd like to thank you all for joining us today so I can explain a little bit more about how we work for branch managers. And then we'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO, who will go over an overview of how the software and lead systems actually work. And we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our 29-year veteran, our CSO, to put this all together. So let me go ahead and start by sharing my screen. Hopefully most of you have checked out this page, but let me explain a little bit more about what we mean here. So hopefully you watched the other video. So let me put a little branch manager twist on here. These are similar or the same bullets as the loan officer version, but let's talk about how this works for branch managers. So again, we're all about building our platform, which allows you to scale up your branch instantly by including your POS, CRM, LOS, obviously for your teammates, but hopefully you can grow your branch by plugging in leads into that system and allowing your team to scale their business up, which is exactly what our platform is based for. So first off, let's talk about the lending model. So let me zoom in a tad. We are approved with over 135 investors and lenders. What that means for you and your team, we're always going to have the best rates and pricing. Typically, that's going to be at our 5,000 plus in-house loan programs where we're the lender, funding the loans with our own money, and drawing our own docs with our own law firm, and all the benefits that come with that. Now, if there's any reason we can't fund those loans with our own money, we want to make sure we have a wholesale lender we're partnered with for those programs. So what that means for you and your team, we have every loan program that exists. From conventional VA, USDA, FHA, non-QM DSCR, those are the types of deals we fund in-house with our own money. Once we start going outside the box to commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, things like that, those are the types of deals we partner with our wholesale lenders. So we want to make sure we have a home for every loan that comes through the door. And again, we are all about technology. So we've written every line of code for what you're going to see here. And as a branch manager, you want to make sure that you're taking the overall view that this is going to streamline your system. As everything you see here, you get an overview of. So it all starts with our AI-powered lead generating website. Of course, your team all gets their own website instantly, and it is fully integrated with the POS, CRM, LOS. All of that is built in together. So that's one login for you as the manager, of course, and then one login for the LOs and one login for your customers. No matter which one of the thousands of loan programs or hundreds of different outlets we end up using, there's just one place for you, your team, and your customers, most importantly. You can also pull instant rate quotes from over 5,000 plus in-house loan programs where we are the lender with our own loan programs. And if the markets change, we automatically requote our customers. So great opportunity for you to oversee that all of your quotes are getting out there. And not only are they getting out there, they're automatically getting updated as the markets change. So very important there as a branch manager. And your prospects can instantly flow from just a basic name, email, and phone number. So again, when you're feeding leads to your team, this is important, to pulling their own rates. Your customers can complete their own 1003, pull their own credit, and get that all synced into our Encompass-based LOS system without you lifting a finger or your teammates lifting a finger. And we do that with all of our API integrations, over 50 integrations with all the partners you're used to, but it's all integrated into the system. So again, we have an Encompass-based LOS system, but you never really have to log in there. Your teammates can all use it by controlling it with the CRM. We have Optimal Blue for pricing, industry standard for pricing. Again, just click a few buttons, no logins needed. And we even have everything integrated for all of the 5 AMCs at the click of a button, no logins needed, especially as a branch manager. That can get really confusing trying to keep track of all the different appraisals that we have at all the different partners. We can also plug into our automatic social media posting. So your teammates can plug in their social media, plug in their picture. We'll generate compliant flyers to generate leads every single day. Again, without them lifting a finger or you lifting a finger, everything will be compliant and generating more leads into your system. And we have the Calvin AI program with the dual AWS. So a lot of platforms have dual AWS, Fannie and Freddie side by side. We take it a step further, have our Calvin AI analyze it to see which is best for our customers. Again, great for our branch managers out there to quickly see which is going to be the best option. And one of the things we're very passionate about here is the trainings and support, since we're all remote and you as a branch manager, our remote branch manager, want to make sure you take this to heart as well. We have our remote-based training and learning center. Basically, our classroom is open 365 days a year, 24/7. Your teammates can get in there and learn new skills, upgrade, etc. And we do our weekly loan officer trainings, more like a video podcast, where you can tune in and go back to thousands of videos that we've already recorded for all kinds of different loan officer topics. We also have our real-time Zoom support, very important for you as a branch manager if you need some help, but also your teammates can get in there during business hours. Our team can take over your screen and actually click the buttons to help get you unstuck. And we have a knowledge center program with thousands of articles, not just from us, but other branch managers as well. You can add to that, and all of our partners. So thousands of articles, you can search for all kinds of different resources in one click. And we have our AI programmed with all the federal and state regulations. So again, as a branch manager, you get instant compliance answers for all the federal and states that we're licensed in. And the final category here, definitely one of our favorite. We love to do our DSCR business purpose loans in 44 states. So again, as a branch manager, you can expand your footprint without having to get your branch or you or your team licensed in a bunch of different states. You can do DSCR business purpose loans in 44 states. We have all kinds of different ways company leads come in. Kyle will show you here in a second. Not only can you get your company leads, but you will be providing leads to your team as well. So very important for you to pay attention there. And it's a simple 50-50 split. And we can automate lead generation for your team. So if they want to do their own ads, they can take company ads and copy them, just like you will take the company ads and help feed your team. And if you already have leads going, maybe with Zillow or something like that, you can import those as a branch manager to your team. And of course, if your teammates already have those, they can do those themselves as well. Your team can click a button at any time and refer a deal to the other in-house loan officers. Maybe you don't have that state in your branch. They can still click a button, refer that deal to their teammates, and earn 75 basis points still doing the loan. And since we're all remote, we'd love to meet everybody face-to-face, especially our branch managers here. So we cover the hotel room for our annual retreat, VIP yacht party here in Miami to meet everybody face-to-face once per year, and a great weekend of events, including past speakers like Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank, Marcos Lemonis from the Profit. So great chance to meet everybody in person. Now let me zoom out a touch, and we'll talk about the compensation plans. So first off on the left here, the branch manager plan. This is your plan. And your loan officers will be on the loan officer plan here on the right. So we'll focus on the branch manager plan, obviously. You're going to be able to earn up to 250 basis points. You're going to be on a standard comp plan for your deals. Of course, is your comp, 200 basis points on conventional non-QM, that's 2%. And 100 basis points on company leads for conventional non-QM, that's 1%. Again, 50-50 split. So that's on your production. For your teammates, are going to be earning 25 basis point branch overrides for all the loans in the branch, or being their branch manager, helping them structure those deals and disclose those deals. And you're going to be able to earn an additional 75 basis point override for branch leads. Again, you want to use our system to feed your team with leads, and that's going to allow you to earn 75 basis points more on those deals. And we'll show you how that works here in a second. And personally, you can earn 25 basis point bonus for volume over 2 million. Again, we want to build a platform and a system, so get as much comp back to you as we can. And again, you're going to want to use our platform to distribute leads at scale to your branch as first to claim, which Kyle will show you how our first to claim works as a company. But of course, as a branch manager, you're going to be doing the same for your team. Everybody can click the button there to refer deals to the in-house team. Maybe you don't have that state, etc. 75 basis points for a referral there. Just click the button. Everybody has access to unlimited leads. Everybody has access to recruiting incentives. And for the branch licensing fee, it is $500 to cover all of the costs for all of your teammates for more of the software in the system, the calling, phone numbers, things like that, with no transaction fees. So this is to get in the door and start feeding your branch with leads to earn more from every deal. Now, your team, we'll just run over this real quick. Hopefully you've watched the video, but let's explain a little bit more about how this works for managers. They're going to be able to earn up to 200 basis points. Their standard comp will be 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. They take a company lead or a branch lead, they will earn 75 basis points or 0.75%. So the difference between 150 and 75, if you're giving a lead as a branch lead, that's where you are going to earn that 75 basis points. So that's the whole point there, is you're going to be providing them additional leads along with us as the company. But when you do provide them that lead, you will earn that difference there. And of course, all your teammates will be able to do non-dealer brokered with all of our partners. They have flexible pricing and price matching available when we are the lender, of course. And you're going to be working with them to structure their file and disclose their file as they are your branch team. And you're going to use our in-house processing team assigned to the file, so you can access them in the Zoom room and with your teammates, obviously, as well, access them in the Zoom room. and get answers to any of those questions for processing. And you can even use our Calvin AI Loan Officer Assistant because the conditions are in our system. So your team and you as a branch manager will be tagged on all the different Calvin updates to push that loan from start to finish. Your team will be eligible for 50 basis point bonus for any volume over 2 million. So if your team is rocking and rolling, we want to get comp back to them as much as we can. And everybody has access to company leads and branch leads, right? So we'll provide your team with leads from the company and you will provide them additional leads as their manager. Everybody has access to recruiting incentives and your team doesn't have to pay a monthly fee. That's where you come in to cover their costs of their systems here. So that's how it works, but let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle, who can actually show some of the back end and hopefully talk about how this works a little bit differently for branch managers. If you want to watch the full video, definitely watch the loan officer version. So you ready, Kyle?
All right, thank you. So just a couple things to point out here in our system. Of course, our CRM, you can take your notes, send emails, send text, but you can also click here to have our AI assistant do that for you. Set reminders for yourself. Of course, set people on action plans, drip campaigns to email them and text them over time. But what really starts to set us apart is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes of getting off the phone with a client, a loan officer can plug in some info without pulling credit and click one button here to pull up the pricing from our different outlets and be able to select the rates they want to show the client. And within 2 minutes, the client can receive a quote that looks like this here with the rate choices the loan officer showed them. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. If we put an address, it pulls up the Google map automatically, property taxes estimate automatically, insurance estimate automatically, has the proposed loan info here, automatic breakdown of taxes, insurance, HOA, all that kind of good stuff, estimated lender fees. And then as you scroll down here, of course, you're on here as the loan originator or your loan originators are. And you can also attach realtor partners to this. So realtor partners, they absolutely love this because they know when they're sent a quote, not only can, or when they're sent a referral, not only can you quote them within minutes, but you can also attach them to the quote showing them, hey, we're keeping you in front of your client saying, hey, we are pushing your deal across the finish line, right? Now, the best part about all this is that you can then click Start My Loan Application, and that is going to take them right to their borrower portal. So when your borrower clicks Start My Loan Application, that takes them to the borrower portal where they can then fill out their 1003 right here. They don't need to leave the page. They can upload the different documents that we have there that we're going to need. The loan info here. They can see the milestone of where the loan is at as you go through the process of doing the loan here. So everything is here inside of our system for your client. Now, if we come here, let's talk about what it looks like on your end. So on your end here, in your portal, once they've submitted their application, we actually pull credit instantly and automatically, right? So as soon as the client submits the application, we pull the credit. So by the time you open your Encompass API here, not only is the 1003 already imported into here, but the liabilities are already in here. The credit is already in here. Everything is in here ready for you to go. Now, we do also have the dual Oz, as Nick was talking about. We can run Fannie and Freddie underwriting at the same time there, side by side. And not only do we do that, but we actually have our AI analyze it to let you know which option is best for your client in that case. Now, once we are done originating the loan and it's in underwriting here, we can just scroll down, and right here on the same portal, you have your conditions where you can, you or your processor can come in here and upload documents to fulfill the conditions or dispute the conditions. So everything is in here in one system with one login for the loan officer and one login for the client. Now, another thing here that you can do as the branch manager is you can actually monitor what your loan officers are doing, not only obviously on deals like this on this end, but also on the calling end and the prospecting end, right? So you can see here that you have your member activity list here where you'd have a list of your loan officers, and you can see how many calls and texts they've made, how many deals they have, how many quotes they've sent. So you can see all the activity going on here with your loan officers, right? So now let's talk about where the leads come from in the first place. So Our leads are from our own ad campaigns, right? We don't purchase leads from third parties. And this is just a screenshot here of leads coming in. So our loan officers get texts all day, every day. This is about an hour worth of text here. Notice there's some purchase leads, some general requests, some DSCR, some foreign national. So all different type of leads coming in here instantly for our loan officers to claim. Now, you as a branch manager can also send them leads like this, right? So you can put up a budget as a branch manager, and we're going to automatically do the ads, route them to your loan officers so that they can click the link here and call them. And then, of course, you have that lead split on the back end as the branch manager because it was from your ad campaign. Now let's talk about another way that we provide leads in our system is through our auto dialer. So just like any other auto dialer, you can call 300-400 people in a day. If they don't answer, you can press one button to drop an automated text and email to them and move right on to the next call. So everything here built into the auto dialer, and we actually put the leads in here for you. So there's thousands of leads to call, and these are not, all cold calls here. These are warm leads, real opted in leads. And we also have realtor lists in here. We can call 300-400 realtors in a day, building those relationships and all that kind of good stuff. Now, another way to work leads here in our system is loan officers can purchase their own campaigns so that there's no lead split on the back end, right? So if a loan officer wants us to copy our ad campaigns that we know work and put their budget on it to where they're buying the lead on the front end, then they have no lead split with us on the back end, right? Now, as a branch manager, you can do this same thing where you can have us copy our campaign and put your budget on it. So you're buying the lead up front, distributing it to your loan officers, and then you're making the lead split on the back end, the extra 75 basis points, right? Because you're giving them the lead as opposed to us, right? So option there for loan officers to boost their pipeline more without a lead split, and option there for branch managers to boost their team's pipeline and make the extra lead split on the back end. So another way that you can work leads in our system is that you can import leads, right? So you can import leads using the custom webhook here that we give you. Loan officers can, if they're already buying leads from Zillow or Free Rate Update or Lending Tree or something, they can use this webhook. We give the instructions there to bring them into our system in real time. That way, when the lead comes in, no matter where it comes in from, it goes into our CRM instantly. You can then notifies you, so you can call them and quote them and do everything in our system, just like any other lead, right? So now with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. Jose is our CSO with 29 years of experience as both a loan officer and a realtor. We'll let him talk about how this comes together and how branch managers will provide support to their team. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us on today's webinar on joining the mortgage calculator as a branch manager. So you've heard about the leads and the technology. Leads are amazing. No one else has such an aggressive lease program, and the technology is definitely in place to help you capitalize on all those leads. And what is definitely not missing at the mortgage calculator, and what we love to emphasize this, is the support that we give to the team. We definitely want to get them going once they start receiving these leads. We want to make sure that the leads do not just slip through the cracks, and that is where the branch manager, as their mentor, has to step in, right? We have the live support Zoom room. For example, that's how we like to provide our mentor support. We have the live support Zoom room for procedural questions, but they can also come into the live support Zoom room for loan structure and quote structure. And that's where you as a branch manager need to establish your live support Zoom room so that you can either be in there for a set amount of time, which could be the easiest way, or have your Calendly set up so that they can book those loan structure meetings. Because as soon as a loan application comes in, that's the next step. Within 24 hours or less, the MLO should be meeting with their mentor, and the mentor has to provide the necessary structure assistance to make sure that they have selected the most viable program option for the scenario. It's not the first time they think that they may have a bank statement loan when in essence they really have a profit and loss loan, or they may think they may be able to go full doc and a self-employed borrower, and in the end the best option may have to be a DSCR or a bank statement loan. So it's all about the support that you provide for the loan structure as well as for the file disclosure, because our mentors do disclose the files. Also, you review the file for completeness, and if the file is good to go, you disclose it. And on the brokered files, you also review them. And if everything is okay, then you give them the green light to go to the lender's portal to get that file disclosed. So definitely at the Mortgage Calculator, that's what we preach here: support, support, support. So looking forward to having you come on board and provide the support to your team.
All right, thank you, Jose. Let me go ahead and talk about the next steps here then. As a branch manager, you're going to go ahead and sign up here. And that'll take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. And then we'll reach out, we'll set up a meeting, a Zoom meeting with us here. And that way we can get the branch started there. If you are joining as just a loan officer, you can join at themortgagecalculator.com/join or apply here as a loan officer. So branch managers apply here, loan officers can apply here. And we look forward to working with those of you who want to move forward. Again, once you sign up here as a branch manager, we'll set up a meeting, and that way we can get all the official processes going. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we hope to work with you soon.